ambilin air dong. Jokinya aus bos. Ambilin air dong bos. Jokinya aus. Taruh aja dulu. Tes 1 2 3. Tes. Oke, masuk, siap. Turun divisi 5 suwe.
Indonesia can dream again. The stands here definitely a place for the hopeful, and no doubt that hope is replicated at just about every major ground in the land. It is time for us all to come together and to believe. And the matchday noise at this place is truly special. The pride, the passion, it adds to a massive sense of occasion. We have already started here. Rodri gets it clear. And it's Maradona. Well, that defending is unapologetic. Beckham! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Indonesia Ayo Bangkit.
Indonesia with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. And he gets rid in a hurry. Madrid are looking to go forward now. It's a great ball. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Oh, played right into his path. Mbappe finds himself offside. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Fernando Torres. Alessandro Costa Curta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power and the physical stuff. He never has to let it be.
Yeah, it's interesting because he's still become considered one of the greatest defenders of his time. How's that? Well, Maradona! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Out for a throw.
Hampir, bos. Gokil.
And here's Van Basten. Deftly away. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Beckham. Oh, what has happened here?
Offset
The
mulu,
assistant
offset
referee
mulu.
rightly gives him offside. Beckenbauer promptly onto that, and that is that. Adams. Neither side yet able to find the net.
David Beckham.
Now it's Vinicius Junior.
Vinicius Junior.
Upamecano has given away a free kick.
Harus dihentikan.
He's missed, but not by that far.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
And it's Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Maradona. Torres. Adams cuts it out. Zaire Emery.
Jaya Emery.
Oh, good take and a good air.
Torres.
And he has kept it out somehow.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Beckham, the regular corner taker. And he's there to clear it. And now a sudden chance to counter. Adams gets over and intercepts. Timber. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Caicedo cuts out the pass. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Beckham. Vinicius Junior. Rafinha. Timber does well to get it back. Well read, nice interception. Rafinha. Mbappe.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Costa Curta makes the interception. Vinicius Junior. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Vinicius Junior. And he's heaved it away. Muscular approach does pay off here. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Vinicius Junior. Indonesia have reclaimed it. Maradona. He's played him through. All eyes on the referee.
Pelanggaran sih, pelanggaran.
Indonesia presented with a golden opportunity here. Well, they can protest all they want, but a shake of the head is all they're going to get.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
This to go one up. One 0, never any doubt. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Nice banget Van Basten, nice banget.
Here, I think.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks.
Mbappe!
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Timber. That's Beckham. And it's Van Basten. Tries to crash through the challenge, but no. And the half-time whistle goes. Steady, solid, and for now, where they want to be. Just one goal, and they have it. Good effort from both sides, but at half-time, it is 1-0.
Well, every now and again we get a bit lucky, Peter, don't we? And this is an absolute treat. A tremendous spectacle for the neutrals, but a bit of a nightmare for the fans and two managers.
Indonesia go in at half-time with a slender 1-goal lead.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
And we're underway again.
Indonesia really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this.
Aims beyond the defence. Indonesia do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Well, the further he went, the more attention he attracted. There was just way too much pressure for him to get the shot away.
And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. That could spell trouble. Showing good finishing. Good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, was ever so determined. an awful lot of time. Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Well, that's confidence for you. This distance doesn't even bother him.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Torres. That pass isn't the best. And here's Neymar.
That will annoy the manager.
He's going for goal. It's anyone's ball now. Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Messi clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Hampir, bos.
Number 3 coming up. Well read, and the danger is averted. And now they can spring out of defence. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Vinicius Junior! Big relief, it just needed better contact. Perfectly measured that. And the ball's a good one. He's got the shot away!
Gokil, gokil.
He has done it! They have hauled themselves right back into it!
And it's another really good show of character. I love the spirit and togetherness they muster. You never know when they're beaten. And how about the timing of the pass and run? They've worked it before and no doubt they'll work it again.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
He's got away with one there.
That's what all good teams do these days. Pressing from the front is highly effective.
Vinicius Junior! Denied by an instinctive save.
Vinicius Junior actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Será sustituido por el dorsal 10, Wilshire.
Goes without saying, that was poor. And he was quick to react. And it's Messi. And Messi! That had everyone off their seats.
That's just plain unlucky. There were many, me included, who thought that was going in.
Messi. Mbappe, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. He's found a way past. Fernando Torres. Van Basten. And he's only too happy to take that back. And it's Messi.
Van Basten, gokil.
No mistake! And they're back in front! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
El dorsal 18,
Indonesia go into the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Wilshire. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area.
Pelanggaran berat
The
sih.
referee has shown him a yellow card.
Gokil wasit.
Well, the players are flocking round their fallen colleague and they look worried.
se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 11.
Well, he knows he has the ability to put this exactly where he wants. He'll always back himself.
Beckham. Beckham! Oh, that wasn't far away.
Look, they don't come much better in terms of ball striking. It deserved a better result than that.
Pinches it off him. No, that was never going to make it. That's a nicely measured pass. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Neymar was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Fernando and Torres! Should have put that one away.
Yeah, he knew only too well that to concede then would have been tough to recover from. That could prove a big moment in this game.
So their fourth quarter of the game. Gucci attempts a clearance.
Yeah, it's safe to say that they just need to manage this to secure the win now.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Messi. Now it's Torres. A lovely bit of skill. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Habrá 6 minutos de descuento.
Irwin. Beckham charging forward, the ball at his feet. And it's Van Basten. Van Basten! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Van Basten deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Van Basten. Messi has created one goal already. Gabriel kept his eye on it, and he's there. And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. Van Basten voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Any reflections on what...
Kita coba mainkan Safisali. Berikut di sayap ada Lionel Messi, di seperti biasa. Oke. Odegaard kita jadikan AMF.
Well, hello, welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters, who are ready now to perform. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Beckenbauer calmly anticipates. And here's Messi. Mbappe. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Nedved. And it's Messi. Look at the David Villa! Oh, split-second reaction.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. And he's there to clear it. Indonesia are looking to go forward now. Alessandro Costa Curta, he just doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he? There's the hit! I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. He won't be happy with that one. Zaire Emery takes control of it and he's on the move. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
David Villa. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Nedved. Chouameni. Shapes to shoot! There it is! Lacking for neither time nor space. It could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Yeah, and I think we may have had too many defenders ball watching then because they just lost sight of the real danger.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Great chance!
Gol-bolanmu.
That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
That is a great ball. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. David Villa. Irwin. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Shot could be on. Looks to clip it forward. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. And it's Nedved. Now it's Neymar. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he was quick to react. Approaching the half-hour mark. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Mbappe! There's just too much on that. Zaire Emery. That's Beckham. That is a great pick out. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Costa Curta deals with that comfortably. Ødegaard going face to face with his great rival. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Pedri. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Ødegaard. Nedved. Messi. And it's Nedved. Is there any support? He might not need it. Timber. Messi. Safi Sali. Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. Mbappe. Now it's Messi. Now that's a fine challenge. Now it's Neymar. Costa Curta. There's the whistle for half-time.
Ketat.
Indonesia head back in at the break after a first half that has been, from a scoreline point of view in any case, an even one. Both sides have contributed in equal measure, neither looking overly under pressure from the other. And at the break, glass half full, half empty. It's 1-1. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Look, this match promised goals, and it certainly hasn't let us down. It's been really, really entertaining.
It's been a
Kita
decent 45
mainkan
minutes. Competitive
18
certainly, and a goal each.
Substitution on the field, number 20.
So it's back to business.
Number 6.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on.
Number 10.
No way through.
Number 22.
And it's Messi.
Referee.
Nedved. Indonesia do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Great defending, strong and determined. Zaire Emery. Oh, there's a probing ball. David Villa. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. It's gone backwards.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
Showing good feet. Messi. And he's in on goal. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. David Villa. Mbappe has found the net here, of course. Good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
Oh, I was on the edge of my seat then. He just took on one too many.
For this match was 70,987.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Great ball if he can get there. He's had a hit! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
He's made sure that's not getting through. Indonesia still have the cards to affect this game. And he cuts out the supply. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Quality.
And the shot! It's in! And again they hit the front.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
Substitution in progress.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Neymar. He's had it nicked away. Scholes. Vinicius Junior. And Torres! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Corner number 2 then. Beckham. Now Neymar. And it's Ribéry. Zaire Emery. And he's intervened well there. And back to the goalkeeper. That's a sharp pass. That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Indonesia,
Vinicius Junior gets now the finish! And that would have won it.
Vinicius Junior has reacted in utter shock here. For him, the keeper has pulled off the impossible.
And now they can spring out of defence. And now the breakaway. And here's Maradona. Has a look and plays it forward. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
It could be. Can he finish? They finish! 2 up and threatening to pull clear. Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one. So the lead now is 2.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that 2-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Trameni. So what can they make of this? He has found the way through.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Time added on will be 2 minutes. Lacroix. No unnecessary. And that will be it. Well, that was a frustrating game. They were, at times, cohesive, very capable, but undone by an opponent who simply did a better job. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Indonesia desperately failing to impose themselves on.
Formasi Bang itu nama dia itu.
Formasi mulu sih bang. Oh iya.
Batu lagi. Itu nama dia mas.
Iya. Ngasih namanya mah bebas dia.
Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us, and we are glad to have you alongside us for it. Such scenes here, a sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes ahead. We have already started here. Passing is crisp and sharp. Short changes him with that pass. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Bruno Fernandes has impressed me a lot. I mean, a few years ago he was the highest scoring midfielder in Europe. with 33 goals in all comps, and we aren't even talking about...
Great chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. He's going for goal. Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner. Beckenbauer can get it clear. Hakimi. This is their second corner of the game. Indonesia are looking to go forward now. He's in a good position here. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And here's Rafinha. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Indonesia still without a single shot on target. Pass is just off target. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Oh, that's a key interception. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now that's well seen too. Bruno Fernandes. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah, that's tough defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Van der Vaart. And that interception was most necessary. Can he finish? Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Van der Vaart deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's got the shot away! So, third corner of the game. And he gets rid in a hurry. And it's Neymar. Real chance! There it is! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
So the first goal of the game.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Cristiano Ronaldo comes under pressure and it's come loose. And the counter is on. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration. Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Bruno Fernandes! And another try! Really well taken goal. And they're at it again in double quick time. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Peter, that was just a defensive act of generosity that was always going to have a painful ending.
So that's two now without reply. Can he put it away? Yes! A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
And now he has two. A case now of complete control.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager
shapes to shoot. It's a goal. That is so good. Such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? Pass is coming off in quick succession here. at the space. It's Van Basten! Gabriel does really well to win the ball there. And it's Neymar.
Minutes has been indicated.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Gabriel. Neymar. That's a lovely, neat pass. And that'll be the final action of the first half.
And we come to you now with a quick request for support for our World Charity Fund.
Here we go again.
Look, before they might get too carried away with thoughts of getting back into the game, they can't afford to slip up and concede another. The next goal becomes crucial.
Rafinha. Oh, not quite. Zaire Emery. It's Vinicius Junior. And it's Beckham.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And the pass is intercepted. Van Basten receives it in a good position here. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, just skips past his man. That's been intercepted. Beckham.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Van Basten. Oh, what a ball! Hakimi. Oh, that's well spotted. Adams. Fiddles it through. Zaire Emery. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Van Basten. That is good alertness. Oh, good ball. Engages and forces him off the ball. Ronaldo was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Upamecano did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now it's Rafinha. Zaire Emery. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
Rafinha really added the width there thanks to his willingness to make the run.
Bruno Fernandes!
Could have win
That's
it.
caused a worry or two.
Bruno Fernandes certainly could have and should have made more of that.
Substitution.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Rice. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Ah, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Into the channel. Well timed, excellent interception. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Sonkrasin. That's a throw. That's good running with the ball. That is a great pick out. And he's got the Van Basten! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Real chance here. Gabriel wins the duel this time. Neymar takes control of it and he's on the move. He's one-on-one! So much. And the finish! Sticks it away! And surely that settles it! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that fate.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
It's starting to look like a done deal now. Irwin did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party. He's had a shot! He's got a goal! Players ecstatic, fans delirious. This is utopian. And that's it. That was always inevitable. It's become a case of men against boys.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
It's a great gallop down the right-hand side. Hakimi driving forward. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Adams, Timber. 2 minutes to be added on. So that's it. It is all over. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times.
Wah, kalah 2 kali nih.
Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us, and we are glad to have you alongside us for it. And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. cleared without hesitation. Jim, what do you think when you see Beckham?
Where do I start? Winner, hard worker, great footballing brain, set-piece expert, magic right foot, and leader.
And Beckham! It's anyone's ball now. And that was very necessary. And the pass is intercepted. Irwin cuts out the pass. Threads one in. He's had a hit! It's there!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And we're not going to make any further progress now. And the finish!
Berbahaya banget.
Well, he should have done better, and he knows it. Beckham standing over it.
You start as you mean to go on.
Climbs up big! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Odegaard, and that could set him on his way. Torres! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Fernando Torres really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Lazio have their second corner now. In for a header! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Oh, that's well spotted. And it's Maradona. Now it's Beckham. He's found a way through. Vinicius Junior! He scores! A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
Kabur. Kayak kabur nih. Ya, kabur aja. Ya, kabur. Mana nih Roman nih? Roman Komelo. Namanya bagus tuh buat nama samaran. Roman Komelo. Widih. Cakep itu Roman Komelo, kayak ada Italinya. Iya. Hacker dari ini Indo ya, Roman Komelo.
Well, hello and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. Well, there's a real familiarity about these scenes here. The followers of one of the most formidable teams in the history of football, ensuring that, yet again, this will be an occasion for the game's ultimate glitterati. The action has already started. Got a shot away! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Rice actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Barcelona with the corner, they're first. And now they can spring out of defence. Van Basten. Oh, easy pickings there. Rice is the guilty party there. He's missed, but not by that far. Torres. And he's managed to get free. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
Fernando Torres, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then. And
Real chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Ball's out once more. Thinks one through. Indonesia have it back and can go again. Messi! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
the keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
We expected better, and so did he. First quarter of an hour gone. Oh, well played, well played. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Merino. That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
This is their second corner of the game. Defending of the desperate variety. Merino! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And here's Lewandowski, and it's Messi. Ferran Torres! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Barcelona have their third corner. Lewandowski! He's had a hit! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
Ferran Torres, he's got away. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Kimmich gets over and intercepts. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now that's well seen too. Approaching the half-hour mark. Irwin gets across to intercept that.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Van Basten. And it's Van Basten. That's a nicely measured pass. Chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Belts one.
Barcelona have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Merino. Merino! In with the challenge. It's still 0-0, but no shortage of effort. That is ended up in no man's land. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
It's gone out for a throw-in. Merino. Now it's Lewandowski. Now, who's going to be first to this? That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And that's clear cut, it's a free kick. Just eases him off the ball.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
And the pass is intercepted. And it's Fernando Torres. And here's Van Basten. Oh, that's well spotted. Ferran Torres. Now it's Lewandowski. And he was quick to react. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. As if we needed reminding, no easy games at this level, and that is proven here. Neither side any further forward from where they were 45 minutes ago, but it is far from lethargic, far from slow, highly engaging, but goalless. To look back on the first 45 minutes.
Indonesia really have looked a bit disjointed to me. Their passing has let them down in key moments, but that's also due for the need of better movement to create more options in the danger areas, something the manager, I think, has to stress to them now.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Here we go again. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Indonesia do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Messi, Di Lorenzo. And smartly reclaimed. Merino! He's done very well to get to that.
Marino is offering a wry smile there.
Angga, Nicola, yo bang, tanding kita bang. Oke, siap bro.
And he's there to clear it. And it's played forward. Merino. Indonesia have the chance to go the other way. That's a shade optimistic. That's really well manoeuvred. Ødegaard.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
And he's right. It's Lewandowski! There it is! Boom!
Mantap,
There we
mantap.
go. And it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish. So we have the first goal.
Well, listen, a few words of advice and encouragement from the manager during the break can often straighten things out, and it's paid off here.
He's played him through. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Barcelona clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
De Ligt deals with that comfortably. There's the hit! He scored! They're level!
Ya,
Rice!
N64 itu punya aku itu bang. Oke, siap. Ini yang lagi bertanding kan?
Their reaction has been emphatic.
Really tidily gathered and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
There was a distinct lack of pressure there, Peter. It was a good finish, but it was made easy. That's poor defence.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Yeah, it's always a dangerous time when you've just scored. You can easily lose focus and then bang, you're pegged back again.
Climbs up big! And that has been clubbed away. And here's Lewandowski. Beckenbauer wins the duel this time. Odegaard, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Merino. Vinicius Junior. De Ligt did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Passes short and sharp. Great chance! It's in! And the comeback is complete!
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
El dorsal
Indonesia take the lead.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
El dorsal 8.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
El dorsal 20.
And it's Van Basten.
El dorsal 7.
Now it's Van Basten. And this is Van Basten. He's had a shot! It's in! Pomp, panache, and passion. This, a man full of it all. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Indonesia have scored 2 quick goals here and are firmly in control at 3-1. Rafinha in acres of space out wide.
Kenapa bos?
Well, some of the players here are letting their emotions get the better of them. They do have to be careful. This must not be
100%.
inflamed any further. There's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area.
Ngapain?
Ter Stegen catches it safely.
Ngapain sini aja?
He's been picked out. Merino. Some good work on the right flank here. Succumbs to the pressure. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Oh, great hit! And it's come back out to him.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Hampir.
Hernandez, Rafinha, he's picked his way through. He's there and gets it away. That's good defending, very good defending. And reclaimed it in a trice. He's cut it out. Messi, Timber. That is a great pick out. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Looking tidy in possession here. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Pulisic into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Odegaard. Van Basten works it forward. And time is
Good
up.
game Angga, good game. Thank you, bro.
They've been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure. Van Basten on the score sheet 3 times. Very much the man. Well, from behind, Jim, that is some win, isn't it?
They've taken advantage of some complacency, Peter, but if you're offered a chance to do that, then you've got to be ready to pounce.
Thanks to Jim.
Sahur nggak lu? Sahur nggak?
Sahur.
Ini sahur puasa juga kagak.
Ini sahur.
Kayak pusing banget, kayak banyak banget beban kehidupan. Jadi kayak
Beban apa nih?
beban kehidupan kayak mikirin apaan?
Beban apa dulu nih?
Beban kehidupan.
Berat di jinjing, berat di pikul. Nggak ada yang pusing, bosku. Ini
Hidup
pusing
mah
kan?
di bawah santai aja, bro.
Aku selalu happy.
Yang penting tanggal 27 gas nih.
Bayarin lo. Nggak nungguin gua aja.
Gue, iya bener ya.
Iya.
Gue rekam lo, lihat lo.
Nungguin kok.
Bener lo.
Dulu.
Oke, enot ya.
Emang buka apa tanggal 9?
Juga. Edo tuh Edo. Nah, Edo belum nongol lah Edo. Tahu anak pinter.
Lebarannya tanggal 1.
Besok bukber nih, bukber kantor gue. Ntar kalau ketemu Edo.
Kampung semua mas.
Besok bukber gue ntar kan ada Edo tuh. Do. Kalau nggak ini tutup ada yang lain cari aja. Balik kampungnya itu setelah lebaran. Salah lo. Itu kan buat persiapan yang jauh-jauh. Sebenarnya yang bener tuh setelah lebaran. Cuman orang kan buat persiapan. Mungkin biar waktunya lebih ini. Yang bener tuh kalau lebaran mudik tuh setelah lebaran mudik tuh. Setelah sholat id lah.
Ini gue informasi, ini gue lagi ngeri.
Informasi apaan lo? Apanya yang informasi?
Informasi aja lu dari gue.
Udah lo simpen aja dulu dah dananya. Ini dananya.
Well, little question, but this is the box office game at this level today. Thank you for joining us. You've made a very good choice. There's so much resting on the game. It should be a cracker. Such scenes here. A sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone. Thuram! Oh, split-second reaction.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
And it's Messi. And Messi! Oh, that's majestic!
Sih.
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Bikin SMTP.
Iya, Roman bisa dulu, cuman
Indonesia penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, Peter, this now poses the question of stick or twist. Do they immediately go for another one, or sit back and wait patiently for the opportunity to break?
Messi, Thuram, it could be in here, and the shot!
Gila.
It's there!
Kuat banget tuh Ram.
Drills all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
The breakaway clinical and clean, and the finish unerring.
Well, this is a well-rehearsed drill. As soon as possession is regained, the commitment to attack is lethal.
And that has added a whole new... He's had a shot! Yes! And the message is clear. The only way is up. That is a super smooth goal. Beautiful manoeuvring of the ball. And splendid authority in the finish.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows.
Apalagi
Oh, very neat and tidy.
Mendingan gue main saham, bener, belajar main saham. Jelas, iya kayak main kayak lo gitu.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Adams kept aware and is
Kondisi gue
reclaimed
ngerti.
easily. Oh, nicely intercepted. Thuram looks to get on the end of this. And it's Messi. Thuram. Real chance! Sticks it away! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
Semua orang bisa.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Messi! It's in! And they can dream again of a better life, of greater prestige. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Indonesia take the lead.
Siap, nyawa emang itu.
Adams gets over and intercepts.
Siapa sih?
Itu reja-reja itu.
And that has left him in a heap. Ferran Torres. Now it's Thuram. And it's Neymar. Now it's Beckham. Oh, this is certainly not boring. What a great game we've got here. Olise gets across to intercept that. Now it's Torres. And he's managed to get free. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
He's had a hit!
Colongan lagi
He
gokil.
scores! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
That's just a great finish, but it's down to very clever movement. You can see this has been obviously worked on the training ground. He knew exactly where he wanted the ball, and it all came good.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Passes short and sharp. Thuram. Adams cuts out the pass. Beckham. Neymar. Chance! There's a goal! And they are on the rise again, ahead again in the race for promotion. It is a good finish. The odds were against him, little matter.
Ini lo nih.
Neymar demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top
Itu
play.
tuh. Coba tanya Pak Basutus tuh. Ya, kalau
Well, this
kantong
is what
plastik
we've
kayaknya
been waiting
bisa.
for.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
We've got 5 minutes till half-time. And he's searching. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! And he hits the net. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Nggak goring-goring dulu, siap.
Indonesia take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You
Gua
can
pasti
see the
doain lo
manager
kok.
screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm
Semoga
down.
lo
But they'll
sukses.
need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Messi looking for the run. Now it's Torres.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
That has been cut short. Rabiot. Beckham. Neymar. And it's Messi. Davids wins the duel this time. Beckham. And he cuts out the supply. And the first half is done.
Well, it's hard to say whether a 2-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
Indonesia head into half-time 2 up, but goals flying in at both ends. There is little safety in that lead.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 5, numero 13.
Here we go again then.
21. Lasciano il
And
campo
he was
per
quick to react.
il numero 3. Il numero 19.
Foot in.
Il numero
He's not played the ball, that's a foul. Oh, crossbar! Cleared without hesitation. Messi!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Neymar. And he's running through. There's the shot! And it's there! And surely that settles it. Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Neymar really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
So now the difference is 3. Nice bit of trickery. Now it's Turan. Oh, good ball! Oh, right place, right time. Irwin is fouled. Messi. Messi. Son Heung-min. And it's Son Heung-min. Now it's Thuram. And he's found Thuram! And that's off target.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
And claimed it back swiftly. Fernando Torres. Cristiano Ronaldo. And he's chosen to go back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
Son Heung-min. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, and he's through the middle. It's Neymar! Quality ball. Carlos Augusto. Son Heung-min. That is good alertness. That's headed upfield.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Nice interception, well timed. Fernando Torres. That is ended up in no man's land. Oh, that's a key interception.
Thuram really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Fernando Torres. Carlos Augusto. Thuram. Rabiot, who does have an assist. Son Heung-min! No, not quite.
Well, we were anticipating this. They're very much set up for the counter-attack, and I don't see it changing anytime soon.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
That was lovely, that.
And he's away. And the shot! And that has forced the very best out of the keeper.
That's the threat he carries, Peter, running at defences like that. If only he managed to retain his composure.
And he's taking no... Has a shot! No, he's missed it.
Yeah, on another occasion, all that went wrong may come right.
That is good strength. Son Heung-min is herring after that one. Mbappe, he's away!
Yeah, this kind of bold running will always get you into areas of possibility.
Carlos Augusto showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And he's on his way! Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Indonesia clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And here's Rabiot, and reclaimed it in a trice. Davids charging forward, the ball at his feet. Now it's Neymar. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's picked his way. There's the hit! He's got a goal! And with that, he takes home the match ball. Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
And the frightening thing is, Peter, this isn't even a surprise. He thrives in these situations.
Indonesia are having a ball here. Neymar. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Time added on 4 minutes. Costa Curta calmly anticipates. Carlos Augusto. Oh, that's ambitious. And that's it. A win, a triumph, a time to crank up the music, charge the glass. This is going to be quite a party. Neymar collecting the match ball, and it is his. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Indonesia.
So without question, it is one of the most awaited, most anticipated days on the footballing calendar. So many teams, so many ambitions, and only a handful will go forward to achieve those ambitions. That is the nature of our fascinatingly competitive game. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. We have already started here. And here's Van Basten.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And the counter is on. Nice defending, physical and effective. Beckenbauer takes control of it and he's on the move. And that was very necessary.
Vinicius Junior!
And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Beckham, the regular corner taker.
You start as you mean to go on, Peter. Make this a good one.
Mateus with the clearance. Has a shot! Oh, that was venomous. Vinicius Junior. That has been slung wide. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you At full speed, he gets into a stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the...
And pull it! And another try! Goal! Heerenveen! And Heerenveen have the lead! That's no fluke, it's what he was there for.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Heerenveen have broken through, it's 1-0.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Now it's Mbappe. Zaire Emery conjures time and space where few can. Indonesia are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. Messi.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of...
Bullets! They've scored! And again, they simply do not know what has hit them.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was shot at goal! It's a loose ball. Ah, good steal, he just read it. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And it's Beckham. This might spell danger. Van Basten! He's keen, determined to have his say.
They're just lacking a cutting edge, Peter, and while that's fairly obvious, the rest of their attacking play is actually quite good.
Gets a good foot in there. Mateus in with the challenge. Pullet has given away a free kick. Mbappe absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Mbappe. Son Heung-min. Son Heung-min was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And here's Pullet. Pullet unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Oh, great ball! Ruben Diaz gets good distance on it. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Maradona. It's Maradona! And he's quick to get it clear again. That's really well manoeuvred. Messi. Son Heung-min. Mateus. That has been cut short. Oh, that's a key interception.
Added time.
Mateus. And he's intervened well there. Irwin. And it's Maradona. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Look, Peter, this isn't good. Their body language is not encouraging, and the manager must have a major verbal impact,
We would like
or
to
else...
inform you that CCTV is now in operation for your safety.
And the action is back underway.
Well, this half might require them to produce a plan A, B and C. Levelling the score is easier said than done, but that will be the target. Get back on terms and then use that momentum to go again.
Heerenveen trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Maradona.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. He could be in here. Oh, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Heerenveen clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Beckham. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. So what can they make of this? He can run onto that. And he's in on goal. He's had a shot. And it's there. And they are pulling clear here. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Messi demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
A case now of complete control. And no, that is pretty much the end of that.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Van Basten under intense pressure.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. It's a sweet ball, that. Great defending, strong and determined. Irwin. And it's Beckham. Van Basten. That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's managed to gift it back. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And reclaimed it in a trice. Bullet given the lift of his goal. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. 75 minutes played. Foot in. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Oh, nicely intercepted. Vinicius Junior. And here's Van Basten.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. This is the time you need that pace.
Irwin. That's a sharp pass. And Dyke kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Mateus. Mateus. Mateus!
Well, they can at least make a fight of it. Even if it's just a goal, the lift it would give would be huge no matter what the end result is.
Oh, it's Van Basten. Now it's Torres. And here's Van Basten. No foul, says the referee. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, that's fabulous. Not the most accurate pass. And he welcomes it in.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Irwin. Vinicius Junior. That is good alertness. That's that, the end. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and seemingly clueless. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Indonesia desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch, and you're never going to win like that.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped, undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. And this place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. And as you can see, we've already started here. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, a player that's very much moulded in the role of the traditional Spanish number 5 is Rodri. He certainly has the sort of physique that would allow him to do the job. He has both the muscle and the brains to provide.
Oh, what a climb!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
White just loves to go forward whenever he
Ngawur
can.
ngasihnya.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Oh, super find. Not the most accurate pass. And it's Beckham. Beckham. Oh, this is a great position. Now the finish! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Vinicius Junior actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And he's made sure that's not getting through. And now they can spring out of defence. White. Totti. Oh, good spread. Looking to go deep. Oh, smashing header! Another header, but again the same outcome.
How hard can it be to time a jump with the right contact? It's not that difficult, is it?
And it's Maradona. Vinicius Junior. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Vinicius Junior was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
He's got tall, and he's done it! First blood drawn. Swift, incisive, deadly, all done in a matter of seconds.
That's just brilliant counter-attacking football, and as soon as possession was theirs, it triggered a move of devastating speed that was just too hot to handle.
Climbs up big!
Gile.
He has done it! And they're at it again in double quick time.
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. No, that's been intercepted. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Picks out brilliantly. Davids deals with that comfortably. Messi. Oh, easy pickings there. And it's Maradona. Maradona. This is promising.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Vinicius Junior. Totti. Oh, red. Nice interception. And here's Vinicius Junior. There they go, hunting in packs.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Oh, that's fabulous. That's some good block, but at the expense of a corner.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
They've played it short. He rises! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Messi plays it short. Terrific header!
Anjir.
Another fruitless header.
Well, there's nothing wrong with the service. They've just been very wasteful in the air.
And it's been taken short. Hit into the middle. He gets big.
Gila ya.
Yes! And the lead is 3. It is surely done. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
A case now of complete control. It's Totti! And again.
Gila.
And he hits the net.
Agak nyundul anjir.
Hot knife through butter. They have done it again. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Chance! No mistake!
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
Well, they have a goal, but it is surely too much to hope for a comeback.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Up he goes!
Buset,
It's a
buset.
goal!
Orang.
Over the hills and far away! No catching them now!
Nyundul mulu loh.
And he's only... And we hit half-time. It has been a half throughout which they have carved through the opposition almost at will, ripping things up big time here. And the action is back on the way.
Well, I'm sure the managers talk the talk, and now it's time for these players to walk the walk and deliver a rousing response to a rousing team talk.
Totti. Now that's well seen too. Van Basten. Can he spark a counter here? Hernandez calmly anticipates. Oh, that is a nice touch. Great ball, and he's in here. Solot pops him off it and wins back the ball. Looking for options for movement. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Defending of the desperate variety. That's a shade optimistic. Vinicius Junior. Now it's Van Basten. Now it's Torres. Hernandez does really well to win the ball there. And he cuts out the supply.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And he's in on goal. And he's cut it out. And he's heaved it away. And out it comes again.
Well, that's the first attempt, Peter, we've seen at one of those raking passes just to spread the play.
The attendance for this match was 71,649.
Now then, the ball's come loose. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Now it's Messi. Now it's Totti. Totti. It's a mighty effort!
Dapet mulu, gila
And it's
umpannya.
headed over.
Well, that's why we all say indecision is fatal.
Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Solot. He has found the way through. Decent hit! Pulled out the best in the keeper.
What a fabulous run. Okay, it didn't come off in the end, Peter, but that would surely spark some kind of response from those around him.
So their fourth quarter of the game. Messi goes short. Big header! It wasn't a great header in the end.
Oh, look, I don't want to sound too dismissive, but from here, that looked the harder thing to do.
Oh, that's a key interception. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Messi providing an outlet on that flank.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
It'll be a throw-in. And he couldn't quite make it 6.
It was more possible than probable, and the outcome backed it up, Peter.
And he's had it nicked away. Maradona towering forward here. Now it's Van Basten. Oh, he's... Oh, shooting chance! And it's in! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I
Oke,
was willing him
semangat
to
bang
supply the finish,
kontennya.
and
Oke,
he came up
siap.
trumps.
And now he has 2. They're still trying to make a game of this. And it's Beckham. Van Basten! Outstanding save to keep that out. Rodri. Messi. White looking to get on the end of this. He's shifting through the gears here. It's a mighty effort! That's a decent clearance. Driving on and making good progress. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Hernandez gets over and intercepts. And here's Van Basten. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Oh, that is superb. A dangerous moment, perfectly dealt with.
Well, what can you say about that? Just about everything was stacked against him, and he still came through.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Here's a man who his teammates can look to in all times. White. Totti is wide and looking to get onto this. He gets big!
minutes has been indicated.
Beckham. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And it's Van Basten. That's beautifully weighted. That's that.
Restu 66 sudah aku subscribe bang, konsisten dan jadi YouTuber besar. Oke, thank you bro doanya.
How would you summarize what we've seen today then, Jim?
Indonesia desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch, and you're never going to win like that.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin, that's all we have.
Makasih udah subscribe bro.
So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped. Undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. Oh! It's run loose, who's going to get there? That's good defending, very good defending. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Bergkamp.
It's always a pleasure to see Paolo Maldini take to the pitch.
So would say anyone who understands the defender's art.
Well, bias comes easy for me when we talk about one of the greatest pros. He exudes calm, elegance, an Italian giant.
Gullit. Can he
Set
finish?
Gullit kencang banget larinya aja.
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more. That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball, and then unleash.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Now it's Maradona. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And it's Fernando Torres. Aim forwards. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Van Basten. Vinicius Junior. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
And it's Maradona. First quarter of an hour gone. Bergkamp. Now it's Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. And it's Maradona. Has a look and plays it forward. Bergkamp. He's played him through. He is through here. That's been cut out, well played. Bergkamp. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Torres.
Indonesia are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Law. And the pass is intercepted. Germany trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game because you try and absorb in numbers defensively and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Zaire Emery. And it's Van Basten. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bergkamp. Law. Now there's a fine ball. Great hit! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Pass somewhat off target. Chance here to counter. Timber. Oh, this is a terrific run. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This tries a shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Van Basten actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Indonesia with the corner. They're first. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Gullit. Couldn't quite squeeze that one through. And it's Van Basten. Vinicius Junior touches it back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Nicked it back promptly. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Now it's Bergkamp.
Messi really added the width there thanks to his willingness to make the run.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Now the finish! Oh, that's a waste.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Bergkamp. Gullit. Bullet has found the net here, of course.
Added time.
Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, and they need filling, and fast.
It's a mighty effort! Beckham gets it clear. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, it's a half which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow.
Fellow attendees, this
It's
is
a dressing
what
room that
children
needs
should know.
rousing at half-time, because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
And the second half gets underway.
Indonesia can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, that looks a decent ball. He's cut it out. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Germany clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Van Basten. Vinicius Junior. Time and again they are repelled. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Maradona. He's through here. Gilberto Silva.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Maldini kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Oh, he's found support out wide. Messi. Well, that is one way to stop him. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Your impressions so far, Jim?
Well, the stats are pretty telling here. It's hard to argue with the scoreline when you carry so little threat.
It's a pretty loose pass. Maradona. Now it's Van Basten. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Vinicius Junior. Seedorf. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's quick to snatch it back. And it's Fernando Torres. And here's Van Basten. And here's Vinicius Junior.
Look, movement creates more options, and that was really sharply done. Indonesia showing a little more urgency now, and to be honest, Peter, this is what's required.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Oh, Red, nice interception. Bullet. Oh, good-looking ball. He has found the way through. Beckenbauer did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Just eases him off the ball. Messi. Nicely aimed pass.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
And here's Van Basten. And he's there to retrieve it. And here's Beckham.
Waduh, gila ya.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
And Beckham! Oh, that could cost them.
That was extremely good focus from the keeper, and it could turn out to be quite a significant moment.
Substitution on the field. Number 13.
Corner number 2 then.
Number 77.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
Number 7.
And now a sudden chance to counter.
Number 17. Maradona. Number 33. Zaire Emery. Coming on the field.
It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Number 9.
Valverde, that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Ødegaard. Now the ball's gone astray.
Ya, udah guard
I think we're about
ngapain?
to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here. Chance!
Itu
And yes, it's
dong.
there! They have stolen level at the last! His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
All square again into the dying minutes.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Ødegaard,
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
and he cuts out the supply,
Lumayan lah.
and
Pada
time
kalah.
is up. A draw
Tapi
and
lumayan lah.
a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts, highly entertaining until the very end. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Indonesia certainly had some good moments, Peter. There were plenty of encouraging spells that more should have been made of.
Well, hello and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. Well, you've got to say the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an atmosphere. 80,000 here in black and blue. The dress code is a David Villa! Well, now it's a race for the ball. An early chance there, first of the game. Maradona. Now it's Vinicius Junior. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And he's been shifted off it. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. David Villa. Martinez. There's the hit! Denied by an instinctive save.
Martinez really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Inter Milan with the corner, they're first. Big chance!
Hampir.
He's missed, but not by that far.
Mohamed Salah did give it a fair old crack, and he'll be encouraged to step up again.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Pass is just off target. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, this guy, Theo Hernandez, comes from a...
He's had a shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Villa actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Header! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Van Basten. Vinicius Junior. And it's Salah. Can he latch on to this? David Villa. And that is expertly dealt with. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Maradona. Beckham. Vinicius Junior finds himself offside.
Gokil.
Now it's Martinez. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Indonesia are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Zaire Emery conjures time and space where few can. Oh, shooting chance! He's done very well to get to that.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
So, third corner of the game. In for a header! No, not the best of headers. No, that's been intercepted. Irwin takes control of it and he's on the move. David Villa. Beckenbauer spots it and intercepts. And here's Vinicius Junior. Inter Milan look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack.
Great chance! Goal! Inter! And Inter go in front. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
No other outcome there. That was bang in the corner, unstoppable.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
It's Van Basten! Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
You can never be too safe with someone like him around. They got away with that.
And that has put paid to that. That's a good ball played into space. Martinez. It's a loose ball. Oh, it's a sweet ball, that. Palmer. There's no flag. Beckenbauer did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep. Can he put it away? Goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Really tidily gathered and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Well, look, he moves and manufactures in unique fashion. This guy is sheer class.
Inter Milan are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Oh, there's a probing ball.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
That's been cut out, well played. And he's intervened well there. Bastoni is there to clear. Now that's well seen too. Beckham. Maradona. He hits one! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Mohamed Salah. Palmer. Oh, this looks sharp. That's good running with the ball. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Indonesia have a free kick. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
This possibly the last play of the half. Goalkeeper's ball. Palmer. The ball has bounced loose now. And that'll be the last act of the first half. How would you review the first half?
Yeah, chins have dropped, heads are down, and half-time couldn't have come at a better time.
I volontari di tutti I settori sono pregati di recarsi nell'area dello staff.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Look, before they might get too carried away with thoughts of getting back into the game, they can't afford to slip up and concede another. The next goal becomes crucial.
That's a lovely, neat pass. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Indonesia can breathe again, just.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Martinez, well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Great ball, and he's in here. Now the finish! Sticks it away! And the the second half is off to a flyer. That is so good, such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
Ya,
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Scoring early in this half just takes the pressure off now and allows them a chance to be a bit more patient in trying to level things up.
Beckham. Oh, we've seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Hernandez. Drop. And the finish! Irwin. Vinicius Junior. Just about up to the hour now. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And here's Van Basten. Torres! And the ball's come loose here. And they've got rid. Vinicius Junior. That's really well manoeuvred.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Deftly away. And that's a good ball. Indonesia have got it back and they'll have a go.
banyakan.
Emery did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Can he finish? It's a goal! And there's the goal they've been looking for. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
That's just a great finish, but it's down to very clever movement. You can see this has been obviously worked on the training ground. He knew exactly where he wanted the ball and it all came good.
So the lead now is 2.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
That is lovely.
Martinez, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Too much on it, and that's the keeper's. Torres running with the ball, and it's Beckham. So what can they make of this? Salah, well, played right into his path. Chance to shoot now! Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And it's Fernando Torres. Hernandez gets across to intercept that. Now it's Maradona. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Well timed, excellent interception. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Timber. And Maradona. Bastoni makes the interception. Has a look and plays it forward. And here's Vinicius Junior. Van Dijk. Palmer. That's a good ball out wide. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed having made the run and not get picked out.
Oh, super find. And the shot! Loose ball now, in he goes again! And that may well be that. That is that. Well, that was a frustrating game. They were, at times, cohesive, very capable, but undone by an opponent who simply did a better job. would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Indonesia.
Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. And the matchday noise at this place is truly special. The pride, the passion, it adds to a massive sense of occasion. The action has already started. Rudiger gets over and intercepts. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And it's Van Basten. Now it's Beckham. Good spot, he's seen the run. So what can they make of this? Oh, super find. He's shifting through the gears here. Messi!
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Vinicius Junior wins the duel this time. Pinches it off him. Forwards and with intent. That's really well manoeuvred. Zico. Defending of the desperate variety. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Adams is fouled. Well, that is one way to stop him.
Yes.
Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, he's found support out wide. Mbappe! Can he put it away? It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Quarter of an hour played. Good read, needed to be. Indonesia are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Decent progress down the left. And it's Beckham. No, he's not going to get any further than that. The referee's awarded a free kick. Zico.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Hits one! Oh, that's an own goal!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Indonesia are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Torres. And here's Van Basten. Lam.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal. They've got to make this nice and quick.
And here's Vinicius Junior. And it's Van Basten. Adams cuts out the pass. Alexander-Arnold. Torres. Beckham. Great ball if he can get... It's Van Basten! He's got a goal! And the lead lost no time at all!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch. It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Yeah, it's always a dangerous time when you've just scored. You can easily lose focus and then bang, you're pegged back again.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Beckham. And he's been shifted off it. Can he spark a counter here? Neither of these two want to come off second best. And it's Fernando Torres. Can he get it through? Yeah, he's fouled him there. Back to Kolu. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And here's Van Basten. Oh, he's been... Van Basten! Oh, no, what has happened here? There's the hit! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Indonesia with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually.
There will be 1 minute added time.
That's been cut out, well played. And we've reached half-time. Indonesia head back in at the break after a first half that has been, from a scoreline point of view in any case, an even one. Both sides have contributed in equal measure, neither looking overly under pressure from the other. And at the break, glass half full, half empty. It's 1-1. Indonesia head into the dressing room after a half in which we've seen 2 goals, 1 each, and the game right on edge. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. That has not gone well. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
He rises!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And here's Mbappe. Oh, we've seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Could move up a gear here. Beckham. Oh, it's Van Basten. Davids. And here's Van Basten. Maradona will not want to lose out. It's Van Basten! Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
He did very well trying to adjust himself, but not the expected outcome.
And now they can sprint. Can he finish? It's in! And the comeback is complete! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
No other outcome there. That was bang in the corner, unstoppable.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, they deserve great credit for turning things around, but they'll now need the defensive resilience to equal that attacking flair.
They've played it short. And now a sudden chance to counter.
The attendance for this match was 71.
Maldini spots it and intercepts. And it's Sané. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. He's a sharp little ball here. France upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence.
Big chance. Van Basten! Sticks it away! 2 up and threatening to pull clear. That is just remarkable, the amount of bend he got on that.
Yeah, and it's not a surprise to see him elect to shoot from there, considering how much movement can be generated on the ball. Great hit.
Indonesia take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Listen, it's up to them now how they think about it from here, because for me it's crying out for them to force the issue.
Oh, good taking him. And the shot! Goal! And they are dragging it back! Game on again!
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Listen, goals change games, and that has changed the whole complexion of this one. They have the momentum now.
Great ball, and he's in here!
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the...
Oh, what a mistake! Vinicius Junior, and the shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Indonesia clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Beckenbauer makes the interception. Mbappe! Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Beckham. Van Basten. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
And it's Fernando Torres.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Indonesia close now to seeing this one through to the end.
Added time.
It's Van Basten! Oh my word, that is quite something! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And with that, he takes home the match ball. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
So that's it, it is all over. Indonesia have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it. Van Basten reflecting on a stellar performance and now taking home a permanent reminder. Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. We have already started here. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
The fella you're looking at, Peter, Ashraf Hakimi. I think one of the...
Can he put it away? And that is doing no harm at all.
All he'll be thinking is, please, ground, swallow me up.
Oh, perfectly measured that. Well, we've seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Oh, that's fabulous. Mbappe! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Yokohama F. Marinos with the corner, there first. And now they can spring out of defence. It's a pretty loose pass. Mbappe, that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Vinicius Junior. Interesting ball. Vinicius Junior. And he's on his way. Good read, needed to be.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Has a look and plays it forward. Bellingham. Neymar. Oh, that was vital. Zaire Emery plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. And it's Fernando Torres. Van Basten.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Indonesia still without a single shot on target. And here's Mbappe. Messi. And he's intervened well there. That is good alertness. Messi. Great ball, and he's in here. And the finish. Oh, the ball's run loose here. This time, surely. Goal! And Yokohama F. Marinos are in front. That's no fluke, it's what he was there for.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Yokohama F. Marinos have penetrated for the first time.
Well, this will present the match.
And Torres sticks it away. They're level in a trice.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Indonesia grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square. Vinicius Junior! Well, that is rather wayward.
Well, that's why we all say indecision is fatal.
Adams cuts out the pass. Great ball if he can get there. Mbappe!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Now it's Torres. Real chance! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Messi. Yokohama F. Marinos upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
Gets his pass away. Mbappe, and he's managed to get free. Hits one! Corner number 2 then. He's got tall. Went with his head but couldn't steer it in.
Kolomwani just had too many bodies around him. He would have done remarkably well to score from there.
Now it's Van Basten. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And the pass is intercepted. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge.
Vinicius Junior!
And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Messi getting this one clear. Yokohama F. Marinos looking to go forward now. He is through here. Oh, that's a fine interception. Beckham plays a delicate ball and he cuts out the supply. Neymar. Oh, that's ambitious. Gave it a go, but off target.
Well, we were anticipating this. They're very much set up for the counter-attack, and I don't see it changing anytime soon.
Neymar. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's gone for goal! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Vinicius Junior really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And this could be the final action of the first half.
Dikit aja. Iya.
And the whistle goes for half-time. So half-time, and it is all square. Neither able to pull away from the other, but that is not due to any shortage of effort on either side. It's a goodish game, this, and at half-time, it's one each. Some first-half thoughts?
It's been a really good watch, but I think the managers will be looking for that extra bit of organisation and focus now, just to try and get a little control on this game.
Well, the scoreline indicates a pretty tight game, but there has been a lot of action in it, and it has been an exceptionally good watch. The score at half-time, 1-1. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Irwin. And he's surging through. They get a throw in. Adams is there to clear. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Now it's Van Basten. It's Van Basten! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Now it's Mbappe. Oh, no joy this time. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
And he's managed to get rid. Maradona. Vinicius Junior. Marquinhos calmly anticipates. Well, there's the clearance. And here's Colomboani. Beckham. Chance here to counter. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Colomboani! It's in! And they're back in front!
Yokohama F. Marinos clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
Yokohama F. Marinos get themselves... He's had a shot! They want to be quick to recover this.
Indonesia are definitely going about this the right way.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinched.
Shapes to shoot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Deftly away. And here's Vinicius Junior. And the shot! Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. He can run onto that. He's found a way through. Beckham. Vinicius Junior. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Now it's Mbappe. And Vinicius Junior!
Oh, it's die-hard defence and the willingness to put his body on the line. Very impressive.
So nearly the perfect ball. Little pass back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
Zaire Emery. Marquinhos gets across to intercept that. Belts one. Oh, it's fallen loose again. They've done it. And surely now the result's beyond doubt. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
Yokohama F. Marinos goes 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that 2-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive. Yeah, that's top defending in preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. He could be in here. Couldn't squeeze it through. Neymar. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Oh, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Substitution on the field. Number 11, Neymar. Number 10, Messi.
Vinicius Junior.
Colomboani. Number 4,
Vinicius Junior.
Pau Torres.
And it's Maradona.
9, Bellingham.
No way through.
Number
Schneider.
22,
Mbappe. Now it's Vinicius Junior.
Hammer.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Number 7,
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And reclaimed it in a trice. Alexander-Arnold. He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. So a big chance now from 12 yards. The ball is on the spot, here we go. And that's one back! Not a twitch, not a blink.
Played a game of double bluff here, I think.
Indonesia give themselves a chance of a fairy tale. There's the shot! Oh, taken with style! Two to the good! They have breathing space! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Yokohama F. Marinos could not have picked a better time to snatch a 2-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Time added on 4 minutes. And here's Mbappe. The ball's gone astray. And time is up. Well, that was a frustrating game. They were, at times, cohesive, very capable, but undone by an opponent who simply did a better job. Your reflections then, Jim?
Indonesia desperately failing to impose themselves on the game.